Hello friends, welcome. I'm glad you're here with me today. So, this card that I have made for today is actually a card that I made a few weeks ago for a friend of mine that's going through a pretty difficult time. And when I saw this little stamp of the sheep, I was thinking of the phrase hung out to dry. And what my friend is going through is I think that's kind of how she's feeling. So I made this card, and after I made it, I thought, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and share this as a live because of a technique that I did that I thought was kind of fun. So if you can see as I tilt it, I have made rain in my background using clear embossing powder. So that's what I thought was kind of a fun idea that I wanted to share with you. So let's go ahead real quick and take a look at the products I used. This is called Sheepish Moments, and you've got this fun sheep doing all kinds of things, but I love some of the sayings in here. And it does have a coordinating dies that you can purchase. These are the kinetic hill pieces, and it gives you a fence, a hill, and then like a wavy hill with some flowers. And this is just a really handy set. I love this fence. I use it for all kinds of things. And then these are the grass and cloud edgers, another must-have. If you don't have a set of these in your craft room, these are a must. I particularly love this stitched cloud edge, and then of course the grasses, you need those. So I'm also using the rain stencil, which is a great stencil, and it looks like I put it away upside down. So I do want to make sure that I use it the right direction. So I'm glad I noticed that before I did that wrong. So in addition to the Whimsy Stamps products, I'll also be using some fine clear embossing powder. I'm going to be using Versamark ink, and then 2 distress oxides, the faded jeans and the tumbled glass. And I think that should be everything. All right, so to get started, we're going to make our rain first. And I've gone ahead and I added a little bit of the 2 distress oxides to this background panel. And I did that on purpose because I wanted it to have plenty of time to dry. If I had just ink blended it, we would have to use the heat tool to kind of get it good and dry, because before we do this technique, we didn't want excess embossing powder to stick because of the ink being a tad damp. So that is why I went ahead and did that in advance. All right, so I'm just going to get this piece of mat here, and this is going to protect my tabletop. I'm going to use just a little bit of repositionable. Actually, I don't need to use the repositionable because I have, we're going to put the clouds and things above, so I can tape that off, no problem. All right, so let's see. I'm going to have the rain coming down at this direction. And let's see. I'm going to go ahead and use some tape that I have over here and tape that down. Okay, so to do this technique, I literally took my Versamark ink pad and I squished it down into all here. I'm gonna go ahead and tape this bottom. It's wanting to pull up with my. Sometimes when I'm crafting personally, I don't always think of all the things that I did until I'm doing it for you. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I better tape that all the way down or that's going to pull up. Okay, so now that we're like this, I took my ink pad and I'm literally squishing it into those holes. And I'm pretty much just doing this on the part where I've added the ink, because I know the rest of it is going to be covered up. Right. So I like to actually kind of wiggle it back and forth to kind of help make sure I get that ink down in the little slits of the rain. All right, I think, let's hope that's pretty good. I'm going to do just a little more. I see a empty spot right over there. Okay. All right, let's see how we did. peel that back. Oh, that's looking good. Can you see the glue on there? Okay. So I don't think we're going to have to do it a second time. There have been times where I didn't think I got enough coverage, so I just went back and did it again, and that worked just fine. But I think we did really well the first time. Right. Add my clear embossing powder. Whoops. All right. Oh yeah, we got really good coverage. I hope you can see it. Okay. Let's go ahead and get that melted. I'm going to go ahead and heat this up on high, and then I'll go back to a low setting and hopefully not warp my paper too badly. I just don't have the patience. You'll have to tell me in the comments, do you have the patience to do this without warping your paper, or do you turn it on high and get too close because you're in a hurry like I do? I try not to. I have good intentions of going slow and steady, but hopefully you can see that rain coming. There it goes. Alright, I think we got that pretty good. Alright, look at that. It is raining. I love how that looks and how it turned out. Alright, it did warp just a little bit, but I'm going to go ahead and set it aside. And we are going to make our rain cloud. So to make my rain cloud, I'll grab a piece of scratch paper over here. If I have one, I should have plenty. There's one. Okay. And we are going to make this cloud. Now for the sky, I did mostly the tumbled glass and then just used a little bit of ink left on my brush to kind of add some of the darker color. But for my rain cloud, I'm going to go all faded jeans. Oops. Okay, that noise that you're hearing is my phone vibrating, and I apologize for that. It looks like it's a junk call, you know, of some kind of sales or something. It's not anything I recognize, so we're going to ignore it and hope that it ends. All right, so there's our sky. Oh, and you know what? You guys, I did mess up. You know what? This was supposed to be this way, but no worries. It's this way. So I'm just going to take this brush and we're going to add a little bit more sky up here because I did it upside down. I did my rain stencil the right way, but I had my paper the wrong way. No worries. There we go. All right, so now I'm just going to add our cloud across the top. Definitely looks like a rainy day. I love it. All right, now let's just add our grass. Now, to make my other pieces, I just cut my paper. I think I had just the cards, you know, they were like this thing, and I just cut out the pieces. And I'm going to go ahead and just layer that up. The pieces in that kinetic set, they have the same curve, so your fence and your grass line fit perfectly together, which is very nice. And then I'm just going to add it to my card about, I'm not going to glue it yet because we're going to decide where we want our little guy to be hanging. And I'm going to put whoops, I forgot to tell you. I was going to say I'm going to put these behind the fence rather than in front of the fence. If I put them, I'll show you. If I put it in front of the fence, then he hangs down where his feet are like touching the fence. And I kind of wanted him to be higher so that by hiding my little poles behind the pickets of the fence, I could get him a little higher, and then he's hanging more up in here. And I like that look better. So I also wanted to tell you the set that I got these little wooden poles from. There's a brand new set called the Barnyard Elements, and that is where I got these poles. I forgot to show you that in the beginning. So I'm going to add just a little bit of glue right down here. And I'm going to tuck that right back there. Right. I'll tuck this one on in a moment. Maybe over just a little bit. There we go. Put that down. Now we're going to go ahead and trim off the excess. There we go. Put that glue down. Right. Hang him right here, and that's going to tell us where we need this one to go. Now I did keep this a perfectly flat card, but of course several of these pieces could be popped up. In fact, everything you're adding on could be foamed if you like that dimension. This particular card, I was mailing it, so on my original I didn't pop it up, so I just made it that way again. And I chose kind of soft colors for this particular card. I also stamped the U hang in there in the Versamark, and then I used some dark navy blue embossing powder to emboss that. And I decided to put my sentiment right down here underneath him. Hopefully I got that straight. There we go. And then the final touch, when I got to this point, I thought it needs just a little bit of something that is happier. We've got dark clouds. He's hanging out to dry. He's in the rain. All, you know, it was a little doom and gloom. So I did go ahead, and in the kinetic stamp or kinetic die set, there's this trio of flowers. And so I thought I'm going to add just a few flowers, you know, so it's not so gloomy. Even though I was going for gloomy, I also wanted to add a little bit of happy. So I just made it kind of match my little shirt that I colored. And I did go ahead and color in with a marker the little centers of my flowers with just one of the same color pens that I colored the t-shirt with. There we go. So these kind of cards that are, you know, for difficult situations, they're not my favorite to make, But I do think that Whimsy Stamps offers several sweet little images that you can make a, you know, a sweet card for someone that's going through something, and it be more on the fun side, like it's a little critter instead of, you know, a bouquet of flowers or, you know, things like that. So I don't know, not that bouquet, I love flowers, you know me, so I'm not against bouquets of flowers. I just sometimes I think it's nice that they have so many sets offered that will work for things like this, because sometimes they can be difficult cards to make, and I really liked how this one came together. Oops, I'm adding quite a bit of glue on the back side here because it is warped just a little bit, because that's how I roll. We're gonna add that right on here. And we're going to do one more thing to this one that I did not do to my original, but I really liked the idea, so we're going to go ahead and do that. And that is, in the stamp set, there's a little stamp that says, "Where there's a wool, there's a way." And so I'm going to stamp that right here on the inside. I just thought that was a cute saying to go along with the hang in there. There's some clever folks that come up with these things. Where there's a wool, there's a way. Whoops, nope, we're going to use black ink for this. Right there. All right, there we go. So I thought it'd be fun to think about what other kind of stencils might be fun to, you know, do this technique rather than just rain. And of course, snow with white, or I don't know. We're just going to have to stretch that idea and think about it. But I did think it was a fun idea to just take your Versamark and go straight to the stencil rather than using a brush and different things like that. It worked really well. So, all right. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're interested in any of these products, they are listed below the video. We love it when you give us a thumbs up. And I will see you next Thursday. Have a great one. Bye-bye.